And now I have the great honor to welcome the Commissioner for Environment, Water Resilience, and the Competitive Circular Economy, Jessika Roswall. Please.
Thank you. Long title, I know, but it's a very good title. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am really pleased to join you here to celebrate the role of research in foster democracy, sustainability, and innovation. Of course, I'm very happy to be here, also the Swedish rep. But these values are at the core of our union and key to deliver on our political priorities. And science and independent thinking is what allows us to make progress in these areas. So I would like to start with praising Mistra's achievement over the last 30 years. Your open and inclusive approach has allowed research and innovation on climate change, circular economy.
I think it's better to put it a bit lower.
I hear myself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Again, your inclusive. You know if I.
Yeah. I'll come up and.
The open and inclusive approach has allowed research and innovation on climate change, circular economy, food, bioeconomy to flourish. Congratulations. I think
we'll lower it a little bit. It's because you might not think so, but we do hear you.
Okay. Good. Congratulations again. And now I'm serious. I have been serious all the time. But anyway, but when we celebrate, we should also reflect on the need to support and safeguard the freedom and independence of research, now more than ever. I don't think that, of course, I know that nobody of you have escaped the geopolitical of today that is vastly different from the post-Cold War era. And in these difficult times that we manage, and we need to manage our environment and our natural cores, how we do that is key. And this will lead us to higher expectations on our policies as well as on the science that underpins them. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me present some of the areas where I see the potential for fruitful collaboration. One key priority for this mandate is a sustainable competitiveness. And that is why, as a first step, the Commission adopted the Competitiveness Compass earlier this year. The Compass has charted a course for Europe to become the center of innovation in clean technologies and products. A place where they are invented, manufactured and introduced to market, and while being the first continent to achieve climate neutrality. Another key milestone of the Commission is the recently adopted Clean Industrial Deal, whereas Green Deal lays out what needs to be done. The Clean Industrial Deal provides a roadmap for how to do it. It will support green innovation in sectors like steel, chemicals and clean tech, and mobilize over 100 billion euros in funding. This will support clean tech, reform procurement rules, and boost demand for low-carbon products. This is an ambitious plan, and it will require us to boost innovation and make better use of our resources. So I see two key areas where we can do this. First, we need to make sure that the circular economy is in the heart of our policies. Our ambition is to position EU as a world leader on circular economy by 2030. To move to circular economy that will lower product costs, reduce waste and CO2 emissions, while creating an industrial model that benefits the environment and our economy. It will also help us to reduce the risk that come with relying on third countries for our critical raw materials. Our forthcoming initiative, the Circular Economy Act, builds on the forward-looking recommendation of the Draghi and the Letta reports. And this is, I would say, not only a policy shift, but a large step towards establishing a more sustainable economic model. Importantly, it lays the foundation for a single market for waste and secondary and reusable materials. It's time now to turn waste into Europe's greatest untapped opportunity. To do that, we want to increase efficiency and recycling. Our aim is twofold. First, to to generate new market demand for secondary raw materials, and second, to ensure that a high quality supply of recyclers are at competitive prices. Today it's often cheaper to import primary raw materials than to use secondary raw materials produced in the EU. And that is not just inefficient, it's also unsustainable, and it's holding us back. The second area I'd like to raise is the bioeconomy. A rapid expanding market. Today it accounts to 5% of the EU's economy, but it holds an enormous potential for further growth. With our knowledge and our resources here in Europe, we have the necessary means to become a world leader in everything from bio-based building materials to bio-based pesticides. Accelerating Europe's bioeconomy is a way to diversify the raw material sourcing that will help us lessen our reliance on global supply chains and protect us against potential disruptions. It's a synergic relationship that helps us achieve multiple goals, and advancing the bioeconomy is also crucial for reaching our goals of climate neutrality and protect the planet. It's a win-win-win situation in my view. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commission's work has always been science-based, and this will not change. Science remains our compass today and tomorrow, but we cannot do this alone. We need to work together. Our instruments are therefore complementary, and these unions of efforts from all parties of society that we need to persuade. The synergies between the EU and the national agenda amplify the impact that we achieve. So we will continue to rely on you and the strength of your common efforts. The case for action is clear. We need a strong economy, better jobs and prosperity industry. And at the same time, across Europe, you see how our soils, our water, our forests and farmland are not in a good state. Sometimes I get the question of people saying that the competitiveness and the environment are two separate priorities. That you cannot have both. I strongly disagree. Citizens and businesses deeply depend on these ecosystems, and we will increase to do so in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, science can help to bridge this gap, and that is why your work is so important, and that's why we need to maintain this dialogue. So before I close, I want to highlight one area of Mistra's work, the communication of scientific results. In today's increasingly polarized landscape, getting a call that has never been more challenging or more vital. The way we communicate science is evolving rapidly, shaped by new technologies, AI, algorithms, and information culture. This is redefining not only how we share knowledge, but how it is understood and trusted. This is particularly true for environment and climate change, where clear, credible communication can make the difference between action and inaction. One of the greatest threats to democracy is fake news, disinformation, spread deliberately for political manipulation or for economic gains. It is designed to sow doubts and to destabilize our society. It's designed to erode trust in our policies and our institutions. In this context, projects like Mistra, Geopolitical, helps us to navigate a world where uncertainty is often weaponized. Mistra's Geopolitical provide us with solid data and scientific arguments. We have recently launched a new project to combat disinformation, and I hope that we can increase the collaboration. Because in the world that we face today, the challenges, our greatest strength is to work together. So on this note, just let me conclude by thanking Mistra for the invitation and again also congratulations on your 30th anniversary. I hope that many more milestones will come. Thank you very much.